Today I'm going to reshoot and try to show the function of this DJI motion controller a little bit more clearly. We're going to do a little bit more of a demo. I'm going to do a picture-in-picture demonstration, and we're going to go through a couple more functions. Actually, as I've been using this, I've found a few more things that we could do with it. So at the end of the video, we're also going to see if we can long range with this controller. So first half of the video is more in-depth with a picture-in-picture tutorial of how to use this thing and all the features, and then the second half will be a long-range send just to see if this thing can in fact long range. So the drone is on, my goggles are on. We turn this on by pressing it and then a long hold, and then it will beep. You'll see these things cascade across the top when it boots up. I think we'll beep or something. Okay, there we go. So it is bound. So the binding process, there's some other people that have gone through that. I think Nurk did it. It's already been bound, so I can't really show that process again. But I'll show everything else. So to get it up in the air, this is the lock button. This is basically your arm button. Okay, so we're going to double tap and long press. All right. So if you twist the wrist, then it continuously yaws. If you flick the wrist just on the vertical axis of your wrist, then you can kind of get a quick little look. But if you want to continuously rotate, then you have to turn your wrist this way. All right, let's proceed. So we're going to press the trigger in the direction that we want to go, and it will just go that way. I'm in normal mode. So the trigger is the accelerate button. And it's just gonna maintain my level hover of like a meter. It says 1.2 meters. The grass is a little bit, actually it's following wherever you point, I should say. I think in the normal mode it will kind of prevent me from hitting the ground. Yeah, it's not letting me go into the grass, which is kind of nice. As long as the grass isn't really tall, there's some tall patches I gotta steer around them, then it will let you kind of coast along the ground in normal mode. All right, let's get the drone back into view. All right, we have everything. All right, so look down, look up. If you want to go all the way up, you look up and it goes up. Oh my goodness, wow, that goes pretty high up. Same thing with down. So I'm pretty close to the camera. Oh, all right. I hit the dang button again. Oh my God. So yeah, the tilt button here only works if you're doing a return to home. Then you can look down with this tilt button. You can look down if you're disarmed. Auto landing in progress. I don't want to auto land. So the location of the record button is my main gripe with this unit. But all right, so sport mode, it's a little bit quicker and no obstacle avoidance. And we're gonna go see where we can go with this thing. We're zipping along at 30 meters per second. We're at half a kilometer. There's people. We're gonna make sure we don't fly over people. There are power lines. We're gonna stay way above those power lines. RC and HD still looks good. 70% battery, kilometer. .5 kilometers. I would say you can long range with this motion controller. I'm gonna follow along the canal here. RC signal is great. I am at 2 kilometers. Stay high above the field, the lines. This here to the left is the field I usually fly at. All right, we're starting to lose RC, starting to lose HD. Okay. We're gonna have to do a return to home. All right, we lost signal, we lost HD. I don't think it lost RC, although it is red right now. Everything is red, but it's coming home. So the fail-safe system on this quad is really super chill. I didn't get to see, I was a little over 2 kilometers out when I started to lose it. I was losing HD and RC at the same time, so I'm gonna go ahead and take control of this. To take control of the RTH, I think you just hit this brake button. All right, so now it's just frozen there, and I think I've got control of it. Yes, I am cruising. So, we're gonna stay high up. This is grazing land, and I don't wanna freak out any of the livestock. 50% battery. 2 kilometers, I mean, that's pretty good with a little motion controller, I'd say. So, at night I was flying with this thing at night, and it's really nice when it's cold. You could put one hand in your pocket, have one hand out. You can actually, pull your sleeves up really high up over the wrist, holding the controller, and it's fun. You're out there, you're flying, you're having a good old time. In this mode, you cannot control the camera tilt. So, I don't know if the new firmware is gonna do that. I've heard that they're gonna allow you to tilt while in flight, possibly. I'm not really sure how they're planning on implementing that. So, as far as I can tell, at least on the firmware that I have here, the tilt slider only operates in return to home. So if I do like a return to home right now, I can tilt up and down. So as it's just autopiloting back to me, I can look around. I can look up and I can look down. That's it, I can't look side to side. Oh, it's coming back to me at 13.5 meters per second. That's pretty good. I didn't realize it returned so quickly. That's a nice, efficient return to home speed. So yeah, so we can just, as it's returning home on autopilot, I can just kind of tilt down, tilt up. Let's see, it goes all the way down to negative 79 degrees and up 42 degrees. Look at my mud hole. This is my local pond. I used to fly my float planes here. Oh my gosh, my area unit SD slot is open. Oh, I can't believe I can see that. Yeah, I forgot the SD card. Good one. Good one, Brandon. Now I can't see the ground. Beautiful. So, ooh, nice pan around. I'm not really sure what else I'm supposed to show with this thing. So the auto land, you hold this button. The auto takeoff, you hold the button. The brake is this button. So like if I want to cancel or freeze it, do anything. Just you want to cancel it, stop it in place, you just hit this button, everything stops. Apparently I have. All right, there we go. Everything stops. Complete locked. I can't even tilt the camera down. hit the button one more time and I have control in sport mode. And I am flying like an FPV superstar. No, oh, it's mad at me. Low battery, return to home. So, we'll just let it do its thing, come on back. All right, so power button is here. You press and hold it to cycle the power. This is the brake button. It's also return to home if you hold it. It's also the cancel button or pause or whatever you want to call it, or resume for that matter. This is the mode button. So we started in normal mode and then I pressed it one more time and went into sport mode. This is your arm, double tap for arm, long press to take off and land automatically. This is the camera button. I forgot to talk about one thing. So we're recording right now, but if you long press this, I can go into still photo mode. And then every time I press the picture, I'm taking a photograph. If you long press it again, you'll get back into the video mode. And then when you press it, it'll stop and record videos. Let's see, don't land on my head, right? Okay, good. And then the tilt, as you can see, we can tilt up and down in any auto landing or return to home mode. We got 10% battery. I was recording on and off a couple times. This recording right now is 8 minutes and 46 seconds, so. 2+ kilometers. I mean, that's pretty good. And like I said, at the nighttime, I'm like this. I'm like this. I'm like super bundled up like this, just flying around the neighborhood, flying around the field. Pretty cool.